coming up for us, and that would be even more vibrant than a dance performance. It was Haruki Murakami who said, rain has the power to hypnotize. And I must say, our chief guest, Dr. Ravishankar Rao, has the power to hypnotize all of us with its words. And we await your address this evening. Over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters all. You might ask, what was that about? It is about silence on the one hand and speech on the other. Speech connects. Speech engages. Speech communicates. Speech nourishes. Speech nurtures. Speech is like the rain. Speech is Shravan. Ladies and gentlemen, these words signify much. Sometimes we say when somebody speaks, Malini said something about me which I don't recollect precisely at this moment, but we do say about a speaker that words flowed from his mouth. And that flow is equine. Flow is an equine image. And it signifies life. It signifies vibrancy. It signifies the healing power of nature. Distinguished Director, Toastmaster District 121, Distinguished Toastmaster Sarita Salyan, Division Director DT Jyotika Shetty, Area Director TM Sophia Zacharias, newly installed President of PTATC, Toastmaster Anu Sharma, the outgoing President DT Malini Hebar, Secretary Vidya, Toastmasters from various clubs, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. Silence is barren, speech is Shravan. Speech is life. But speech alone is not enough. Speech alone is not enough because you need someone to listen to what you are speaking. In order to connect, in order to engage, in order to communicate, in order to nourish, in order to nurture, it must have a listener, an auditor, a Shravan, a Shravana, someone who listens and hears. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, may I begin by saying that I am so grateful to all of you for having agreed to come here and give a ear unto me to listen to me. Thank you so much. Shravan has multiple significances. Primarily, it has to do with listening. The listening that began with Shravana Kumara of the Mahabharata, best known for his listening skills and for his filial piety towards his blind and aged parents. And so Shravan is also the act of hearing of Shravan. Shravan is listening, and a Shravan moment that I can recollect is that of Lord Sri Rama. Listening to Natasha, we have probably not heard her name very much, the mother of Rama, who came after the battle to talk to Rama. And when Lakshmana was inclined to scoff at her as one of the queen mothers that he had grown to detest, Rama raised his hand and said, "No, let us listen to her." And this is where Nikasha makes the point about the spring that has grown in our heart about the Shravan, the power of the rain that has been transformative for her as an individual. Shravan, of course, is a month in the Hindu calendar, one of the most sacred months dedicated to Lord Shiva. Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jyeshta, Ashada, and then Shravan. And this is an auspicious month. The word has been used before here today. And may I say, let this Shravan usher in a very auspicious year for the Port Town Toastmasters Club. And may this be a wonderful year for every one of you and for all the other Toastmasters who make up this vibrant scenario of speech and hearing in this beautiful city of Mangalore. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters all, Shravan is also the monsoon. Someone spoke about the rain as she was born. And that indeed sums it up all, because that is the spirit of life. That is the spirit of new birth. That is the spirit of living. That is the spirit of being together, mother and child. That beautiful embodiment of love and happiness and emotion and everything that comes together to make life beautiful. Shravan, of course, as you know, as you have been hearing in these beautiful songs that you have played. For a moment I thought the chief guest would also have to go through a dance song and dance routine here. And therefore I did what I could do best, give you a little bit of a mime at the beginning so that I could pass it off. But then Shravan has been celebrated, as you know, in literature, in Kalidasa's Meghaduta, in songs, in film songs, whatever. The old Kannada song from the film Shravana Masa Bandhata by Dr. Rajkumar and Urvashi, from the film Shravana Bandh, sung by Dr. Rajkumar and Vani Jairam, with lyrics by Chi Ravishankar. It's a beautiful thing. Shravana Masa Bandhaga, Ananda Tandaga. Viraya Geete Innilla, Pranaya Geete Badella. And that is the magic that Shravan can make possible. The magic of a beautiful life together. Pranaya Geete Badella. Pranaya Geete Badella. He doesn't disturb me, he's doing a beautiful job, but I know you want to look at me, so that's beautiful as well. So Shravan is the auspicious monsoon. Auspicious for all of us. Though in Mangalore sometimes they say Vasadavarsay kind of a thing. And that's not right. I mean, it's all right as a folk expression, but then that's not right, because Varsa is never about Savu, Varsa is never about death, Varsa is about life. And it may be inconvenient once in a way, but it's certainly life-giving. And you must have heard this old duet sung by Mukesh and Lata in the film Milan, where the boatman takes her across the river to her school every day and teaches her a song for the competition at the school. Sawan Ka Mahina, which I think was played here earlier this evening, so I won't try to match up to that. But it does say it's the monsoon season, the wind makes a noise, the heart dances like the peacock in the forest. And that is the spirit of Shravan. And that is the spirit that was embodied here this evening, where every one of you danced so beautifully and made the magic of Toastmasters alive and vibrant for all of us. But Shravan is also about the rain, and it is also about empathy. And I would like to take you through a couple of Shravan moments, both personal and from the world outside. There is the story of the student who had to celebrate her birthday at home, and when her parents asked her, what gift would you like? Then she said, I would like to shave my head on my birthday. And the parents said, no, this we cannot give you. But the child said, you have accepted, you have agreed, you must fulfill your promise. And so reluctantly, she got her head shaved that morning on her birthday. And when the father dropped her to school, he found that there was another lad there, another boy there, who also had his head shaved, and he was wondering whether this was some kind of a trend or fashion or something like that. Till the doctor told him the boy has cancer has blood cancer, and his chemotherapy has left him with a bald head, and I'd just like to empathize with him, so I shaved my head as well. This is Shravan. This is the moment of life. This famous film song that you have heard, जाने वालों जरा मुड़ के देखो मुझे एक इंसान हो मैं तुम्हारी तरह. Look at the beauty of that song. जाने वालों जरा, जाने वालों, you're going. जाने वालों जरा, not for an eternity, just for a moment. मुड़ के देखो मुझे. You have to turn, otherwise you won't see me. You have to turn and have a look at me. मुड़ के देखो मुझे. एक इंसान हूँ, I am a human being. And the punchline at the end, just like you. Just like you. जाने वालों जरा मुड़ के देखो मुझे एक इंसान हूँ तुम्हारी तरह. Just like you. You will detect that commonality between the one who can walk by so smartly and the one who is disabled, sitting by the roadside begging for his living. You will detect that commonality only when you turn around and look at me. Turning around is the thing that does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters all, this is something so wonderful. I met a beggar once, and I asked him what he was doing. He was playing a little the violin on the road, and he said, I asked him who taught you. He said, my master in my village. He taught me all this, etc. He said that. So I said, will you hang on a moment? I'll get you some dosa from my neighbors. So I went those days. So I went and got him some dosa, and I gave it to him, and he was so happy. And then he said, you know what? I told you that I had learned under a master in my village. That's not true. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Look at how a moment of kindness brought out the truth at that Shravan moment. This is the beauty of Shravan, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters all. This is the moment where my wife Anita, for instance, had a poor lady who was being thrown out of her house, and she had to pay a lakh of rupees, otherwise she would have lost the house. And she simply paid that lakh of rupees to her and forgot about it. That is a Shravan moment. And there was this little kid who was, Shravan is also about hope, about a future that is better. There was this little kid who was going, and there was no rain, like the Ladan song that we played earlier. And this kid there were prayers for rain, like songs for rain, prayers for rain. And the boy was going around with an umbrella in his hand. And people made fun of him and said, why are you taking an umbrella in these days of famine when there is no rain? And he said, what if God answers your prayers? What if God answers your prayers? That's why I'm carrying my umbrella. Shravan is about hope, ladies and gentlemen. It is the hope that allows us to move forward in life, whatever the past. The difference between Krishna and Karna. Both had difficult childhoods. Krishna being transferred from Devaki's womb to Rohini's so as to escape his maternal uncle, Kamsa, the wicked ruler of Mathura, and again across the Yamuna to Gokula to be raised by Nanda and Yashoda. And Karna, with his own difficulties, abandoned by Kunti and brought up by Adhiratha and Radha. But the difference between the two is that Karna always lamented his past. He always remembered his past. His past was like a baggage that he continued to bear on his back for his entire life. But Krishna forgot his past. Krishna went ahead with hope, with dynamism, with vibrancy, with the spirit of the equine Shravan. And Shravan is everywhere. Today we might as well be tempted to think that Shravan has already arrived. That was how it was raining this evening and for the past few days. But Shravan is about hope. There was this little child again who had this question in him. What will happen if the sky falls? And he didn't get an answer to that question. He asked everybody. He asked his parents, he asked his teachers, he asked everyone in the village, what will happen if the sky falls? What will happen if the sky falls? And he said, what a foolish question. What a foolish question. Why do you want to think of that? And he went to a holy man outside the village. He happened to be passing by. The man asked him, what are you going around for like this, like a hen in the darkness? And he said, I have this question. What will happen if the sky falls? Do you have the answer to my question? And he said, not yet, but you have to do something. Go to the village with a plate in your hand and ask for some rice from every household. And so the boy went gladly to each house and asked for rice, and they dismissed him off and sent him away, go away, etc. Till he met one old woman. And the old woman said, come, my child, you want some rice? I'll give you that rice. Take the rice. So the boy took that rice, went back to the holy man and said, look, I've got the rice for you. Now do you have the answer to my question? And he said, you already have the answer. Now what is that? He said, as long as there are people like that old woman in this world, the sky will never fall down. The sky will never fall down. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, this is the spirit of Shravan that I'd like to articulate and share with you this evening. Malini has given such a beautiful theme. Could be no better. And like everything that she does in her life, so perfectly, so beautifully, so vibrantly. Which is why I'm third time lucky. This is the third time I'm coming for the Toastmasters program once many years ago at Winners. Once in a hybrid program online, and then now today, this evening. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the spirit of Shravan that we must inculcate into our lives. And let us not forget that the mother is the embodiment of Shravan. The woman is the embodiment of Shravan. That is why we call our nation as a motherland. Though in some parts of the world they call it a fatherland, but we call it a motherland. That is the mother. The land is our mother. And the mother symbolizes fertility. The mother symbolizes prosperity. The mother symbolizes fecundity. The mother symbolizes the life-giving principle. The mother symbolizes the spirit of life. And therefore, let me conclude by singing a song. Mother of mine, you gave to me all of my lifetime to do as I please. I owe every